Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a tutorial on how to make gear. In this case, this is I'm calling this set of gear the Final Hunt in dedication to Kraven. I wanted to save this set of gear for a specific time event, time in event in the main league that I wrestle in, which is Top Tier Federation. Which, if you'd like to join Top Tier Federation, please message me personally. But nonetheless, I wanted this, set of gear to be special for this league. And for those who do not know, I am a PvP wrestler online. I play online, and having some of the best gear all year round is like one of the things that I pride myself on. But nonetheless, I got this set of gear after, or no, I got the idea for the set of gear after playing Spider-Man 2, seeing Kraven, um, in the game. And you guys, as you guys saw in the beginning of the video, I had two rough concepts of what I imagined in my head, and I went with the second option, which was the final prototype. And that alone came after like a few days of brainstorming. Now, the tips that I will recommend, when it comes to making gear, is firstly, make sure that you are in a space creatively where you're able to just like flow and you're able to think. Do not have any distractions. Any distractions will and always will. And I know for me in my case, distractions always lessen my creative, my creative mind, and it prohibits me from, just like general, like conceptualizing gear in my head. So like if I'm really distracted, I necessarily can't I can't imagine a set of gear in my head. You know what I mean? So I'm always listening to music or in a quiet space to where I'm able to focus and just think about these sets of gear. But this set of gear came to me in like a few days after I thought about it, and this is what I went with. So for Kraven's gear here, as you guys are seeing, I sketched out the teeth, which I had a friend actually give me a few different sets of teeth that I could use or whatever. And then I just like all the textures that you're seeing here. The leopard print is a generic leopard print from online on Google. Unfortunately, the computer does not show me going on Google or whatever, but nonetheless, this is here. This is what it is, and overall, you guys are gonna see a lot of the process and what I go through making gear. This is just like one of those sets, in my honest opinion, that are like just like man, it was fun to make in the sense of all the intricate pieces. Like what I wanted to centralize when I think of Craven, I think of fur, I think of leopard print, I think of snake skin. I think of like all these different animals that he's hunted down and worn. You know what I mean, as like clothing. So one of the dominant textures that I always often see Craven in is leopard print. Whether it's like the armband or like a pair of pants or whatever the case, he always has something leopard on. So I was like, you know what, we're gonna make the whole set of gear based off of leopard print. And another thing that I always see Craven in is a pair of teeth. He always has a pair of teeth. And a lot of things that I often see regarding Craven also centralize the teeth. You know what I mean? Whether it's a necklace or a simple accessory, he always has teeth around his neck or on his clothes or whatever the case. So that's what I wanted to centralize in this you know um in this attire. This is really what I wanted to centralize. Now, you guys are seeing me here, duplicate in invert images to make unique teeth patterns or whatever the case. Which again, thank you to my friend who gave me the teeth, who used my rough draft, my sketch, and made the teeth for me. Thank you so much. Here you see me using the line tool or whatever on Paint.net to map out sort of like a mountain, like a square, not a square, a triangle plane here. Um, which originally I do use a square and then I would naturally add the curve instead of just using a regular triangle shape. But here you see me mapping the leopard print on top on a second layer, then going back to the first layer and deleting the shape, keeping the shape of the triangle or whatever here. Then you see me again go in with the teeth, copy that over, make an additional layer, put this on to the layer that I just made, not on the original leopard layer, just on the layer that I just made, and I shape it onto the teeth, and then I resize the original layer here to make sure that the teeth are in frame. I want that to be in frame. And then you see me just resize the teeth, making sure to fit it into frame, making sure that the teeth do not exit the frame and cut off naturally. And here you go, you see it again. I really love how the teeth look on this attire, on the set of gear. I absolutely love it. Here you go. This is amazing. Now, the story behind this set of gear, which I'll get into very quickly, in the PvP league that I am in, there is a competitor, my brother, who is, his character is, War, right? And the character that pinned me for the title was Warbear. And I wanted to save this set of gear for that rivalry specifically, for storytelling purposes, in the sense that it was a bear who pinned me, War Bear, which is just war, in a more bear style of like moveset, more animalistic, nature, more moves, and that sort of a concept or whatever of him being an animal, it just embodying an animal, you know what I mean? Um, and Kraven, who is a hunter, hunts prey, hunts animals, and everything alike. I wanted to have this set of gear to represent me getting my avenging my loss by hunting down Warbear and avenging my loss. Dropping the global championship to him, and that's what this set of gear means. You know what I mean? A lot of the times too, what I say, helps for making gear and conceptualizing gear on a character, whatever the case is, just having storytelling and having character presence felt helps the creative mind when it comes to conceptualizing gear. Like, for example, this style of gear, the way that it's set up, you could say that it's I honestly can't say that I like the way that this is styled. I can't say that it reminds me of anybody's like base gear, like a template of their gear. I can't say. Now here you see me come in with the recoloring tool, playing around with the tolerance to see, the tolerance and the hardness to see how much of the, the color I want to show through. Now a thing with the recoloring as well is that the hardness changes how deep the color is. You know what I mean? And that's another thing that you guys need to be mindful of. Now you see me here copy the leopard print or whatever. I make I don't make another layer for this because you could just connect it on the same layer. But I think I did. Nah, never mind. I think I did make another layer there. Again, this is just me making the gear. I'm gonna get into more in-depth like tutorials in the future. I mean, I don't even know if I'm gonna consider this a tutorial. This is just more or less a time lapse of me making the gear and the gear process. And this is only like part one right now. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna have more tutorials in the future, whether it'll be like kick pads or belts or any additional things. The main thing that I'll teach most likely is gonna be the kick pads, like making kick pads, making belts, and I mean wrestling belts, not like titles or anything, like just belts on the actual tire. Which you're gonna see in the future. You're gonna see later on. But this is more or less just me making the tights, the backdrop. There's long pauses in between as well, which is me just getting textures and other images as well to complete the gear. But this is just me. I I guess I'm getting like a texture or something. I'm honestly not sure. But there's long gaps, so I apologize for the long gaps in in video. But nonetheless, this is I honestly don't know what I was doing here. May have been taking a break or whatever. That's another thing too. When you have detailed sets like this, it often gets exhausted. I said exhausted, exhausting, and exhausting yourself or burning out when it comes to making gear is honestly like one of the worst feelings because then you eventually like. I know for me personally, once I get burnt out, it's like I never like come back to finish a set of gear. There's a lot and a lot of unfinished sets of gear that I have not touched or made in like a long time because it's honestly terrible. I made a new file here, 512 by 512 to fit the WWE 2K to just fit the template and stuff. So like the size or mapping of the images. That's honestly what this is here. So I'm just doing this to make sure that I get a proper fit on the tights. making sure everything fits in frame here as you see. And then I eventually go in even more um, to just, you know, uh, adjust and tweak anything that I need to. I close out anything that I've finished already, just so my PC doesn't lag, or my laptop. My apologies. It's considered a PC as well, so that's why force a habit there. But this is a kick pad. This is my carrying cross kick pad template. Um, honestly, had some help from Joshua Leon over who used to be formerly known as Mr. Marco. Shout out to Mr. Marco, Joshua Leon. I used the white outline of the template, and then the kick pad itself is obviously the rest of the kick pad is myself, but the white outline you see around here on the cross template is all thanks to Joshua Leon. So again, shout out to him, Mr. Marco. Then here you go. This is me adjusting the design of the kick pad that I had drawn out. If you guys want to see any of the like original sketches or anything like that, just feel free to hit me up on Discord or yeah, nah, hit me up on Discord. I would plug in my Instagram, but I don't want random people messaging me. Um, here you guys go. This is me mapping the not mapping, but um putting the design of the kick pad on here. Which in retrospect, I wish I just connected the white bit all the way down instead of leaving that like sliver there. But here you go. This is me working with the leopard print on the background here. Again, such a lovely design. I feel like I outdid myself with this set of gears. Honestly, one of my favorite sets of gear off of the teeth and all the pieces, all the intricate pieces, the detail and the story behind this gear overall is what makes me love it so much. I love this gear so much. Here you see me again go in with the teeth to put this on the edge of the white design here, which was honestly such a fun process. I think the clip does eventually gets cut short because of how everything was like taking long, but eventually we're gonna get to it here. But this was just amazing. We're gonna come right back with the other clip.